And in every relationship, there has to be some forgiveness. In every relationship, there has to be some words like "I apologize," "I'm sorry," I didn't mean that. Phrases like "I was wrong." And you have to humble yourself in order to utter those words, but you do it for the sake of the relationship. And it goes back to the one of the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest teaching in the Bible. And some folks, would say faith, but in my opinion, the greatest teaching in the Bible is the teaching of love. The greatest of these is charity, which is love, because that love is what governs us in every situation. And even when there is conflict, you mentioned adultery a minute ago. Jesus said that, except
Yeah.
for adultery, you find a situation where someone's not going to be faithful to you. That's not a marriage. At the same time, you don't want to stay somewhere where you're being physically abused. But even in those situations, if people could walk in what we call the God kind of love, the
Yeah.
God kind of love,
Yeah.
see, you could overcome that. The God kind of love can overcome adultery. It can overcome physical abuse. It can overcome misunderstandings. And so that kind of agape love, that uncompromising love, that unconditional love is so very important, because if we could ever attain to that, not just in a marriage, but even in our friendships, how many times in our friendship we get offended and we give up a lifelong friendship because of some offense? What if God was like that toward us? You, what if He treated us like that and just cut us off? But that love for us is so intense and so strong that it never runs away. It's always there, always reaching out. Up until the time to a man or woman dies, where love can't do nothing else for you. As long as you're alive, that love is there. That mercy is there. I tell people all the time that God wants to deal with every man from a
Yes.
standpoint of mercy.